Well, hello. Anybody out here? Are we alive, people? Are we alive? Hello, everybody. I look like straight mess. I don't know why the camera just never looks good on me. And I don't know. But the camera doesn't, I never do me any justice. Good morning. Well, I shouldn't say good morning. I should more say good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I have been bumming it, really. I do have some shorts on, but I have an old tank top on, my robe on, because it's a little chilly in here. AC's going, the fan's going, so I'm nice in this ice box. Man, oh man, oh man. You guys, it's just, I don't know. I can't get over how people can be so judgmental and hateful, and there's a point to when it becomes out of control, and when it becomes bashing, when it becomes downgrading your looks, your character. Your character's one thing. My character means a lot to me, like my who I am, and when that's being, thrown all over the place, or I would feel very, very angry and pissed off because not only are you slandering my character pretty much, but you're saying all these nasty things that I'm not me, but just somebody I know, somebody I used to know. That song, that was a good song back in the day. Let me tell you, I know some oldies, and I love my oldies, and I love the good old oldies. Who does not love the oldies? I do. I love the oldies. Hi, Mary Jane. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Um, but yeah, it's to the point where, okay, I can understand bashing somebody's content for being shitty or being, downright just nasty. Okay, like what Beast Boy. I love Beast Boy's song. His nasty song, you nasty fam, you nasty. These people they need to have that jam playing all day long because so there's a point to when you're calling people out on being tragedy or just being, I've watched not even just in the true crime area, but in my algorithm on YouTube has become, I don't even know who these people are, and they're beefing with somebody else, and it's not even in the true crime area. It's in fashion or in food. There's this lady, heavy set lady, and she looks like she might be from a different country. I'm not sure, but it was in my algorithm. I'll have to pull back up to look at it. But it's just to the point where it's just not in the true crime area. It's really, really not, y'all. This stuff is the amount of hate that's on YT is ending up in people's fashion section. Like, I'm in a cooking show and you see somebody beefing with somebody else. It's like, wait a minute, I thought I was on a cooking channel. How in the hell did I end up, or in a fashion? Just everywhere. And I'm like, Jackie, where did you end up going to? And I'm like, at the end of myself, thinking like, what in the world did I just leave? But there's been a bunch of several people on there. There's another sector of YouTube. There's another beef area between. My God, the shit I've seen a pistachio nut go after an owl. I walked into that chat and I was like, she was going over this person, and then I accidentally stumbled on the pistachio nut, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool, and this nut's talking, and then I stumbled into this thing called owl something, and I love the owl. The owl that this person uses is so cool, and it talks, and she's going over this person that must be one of those activists that goes to like court systems, the jails, and tries to be one of those videotaper ones. Like, you're videotaping me, I'm gonna videotape you, and they try to go into a freaking fracking postal stuff. They got beef with people. Like, I mean, they're in their show, doing the show, and next thing you know, you're hearing them, Jesus. Everywhere you go anymore, it's like, what happened to the fun of YT? And I just had to get that out. I had to rant about that because you get up to, I don't know. Right now, I'm stuck into those apps where you watch those stories. It's like I think it's called The Real or something, and then there's broadcast something, and they have like these stories. Oh, hold on, let me pull it up because I have to. And I have to show you all this. Look how cute. Look how cute this is. This is my new background. Isn't that adorable? Look at that. I didn't even know the owl blinked. So the blue one? The blue one is the hubby, and the pink one is me. I just thought that was super cute. And it's like that. I don't know if the apps are all, crazy different, but I've had to learn the crazy little app. So it's this one. It's called Real Short. It's this app right here. It gets me every morning now. Right now, I am watching Baby Just Say Yes. Oh, shit. Go back. No. This one is so good. Like, I'd rather watch Real Life. First Amendment auditors. Mary Jane, you're the best. I was watching this lady. She's cool. I like her. But she has an owl. It's called I don't know if it's called Night Owl. She has an owl and it's speaking, and she's the last one I watched was this guy tried to get into a school knowing damn well you're not going to be able to get into a school. Like, why would you even try to videotape, get into a school? You have no kids at this school. Just to see, basically he did it just to see if he could. And it's like, some of these people push that. So I had to do my brows. I know they're not perfect, but I look horrible on camera. That's why I don't go live. I thought my computer would make me look really cute, but no. My phone, when I go for my phone, I don't look that bad, but that felt so good to crack my knuckles. But anyways, instead of watching YT now, I've been into this shit because everywhere I go, there's just so much stuff happening. There was one on I deleted it earlier because I couldn't find it, but I do have to say I'm really proud of Katie and Chris and what they did last night. I know Queen probably isn't the Wreckable channel. You should be, but I don't have an issue with her other than her being mean to my friends. But I just try to let my friends fight that. If they need help, they'll get their friends involved. But I learned my lesson from trying to fight friends' battles. So it doesn't work. You know, they don't have a dog in the fight, stay out of it. So that's what I've been doing. But anywho, Katie and Chris went up on Queens, and it's like now everybody is going over it and dissecting it, taking away what they were doing, and what they were doing I thought was amazing. They were speaking about their son. Chris said, I want to find my son. And, you know, Katie talked about how much he loved to watch Wheel of Fortune. And he liked to watch the game show channel, which is awesome. The game show channel does have a lot of fun ones. My favorite game show channel thing was the shopping cart, where you go through the whole shopping thing and you get out. Yes, I love that one. There's a girl that does it now. I can't remember her name, but she's an African lady. What is her name? Fuck. She does the shopping cart. They did. I didn't catch that one. It was very good, Mary Jane. I caught little pieces of it last night. I was so tired. And at first, I didn't know who it was, and then it dawned on me that was Chris speaking. And what they did was they got up there and they spoke about Sebastian. They said about what he didn't like Pop Rocks. He loved the game shows. He loved watching the game shows with Mom. There was a few other things that Katie had mentioned what Sebastian liked to do. And now you see, this is the third channel now. Excuse me. That has dissected out of what's happening. Picking parts and bits and pieces of them. What's her name said some no nice things about Katie. The Ollie has said some nice not things about Katie and Chris. There's two right there, two channels already this morning. I've watched them. So at the time I got up this morning, which was my first short video that I made in the thinking zone. That was early because then the hubby had a home visit for his thing he had to do for his health insurance. So I was up here from noon to. So I've watched a few. Let's just say I've watched a few nasty people not saying nice things about Katie and Chris, and everybody was wanting them to speak so bad. This is what flabbergastes me, is because they wanted all of them to speak so damn bad. They finally mucker up the courage to get up there, and people are picking it all away today. And Chris and Katie knows about the Ollie and what he's done with the soap. They talked about that, and Chris and Katie talked about how they felt about hearing all them girl, you're going live at I didn't know you was going live at 3:09. What is today? Today's the 24th. Okay. Well, Sierra, I'm gonna be late, honey. I didn't know you was going live there, babes. This is the third channel. I love a little quick. I wouldn't mind having that. This little. That's kind of cool. Here she is going over Queens. Here's another one.
She's been doing for 25 days. These tragedy. Yeah, that's what I said. She's okay, trying to happen right now. Building her channel, getting put to the news, and it's
here,
disgusting.
so just so you
know, disgusting.
Well, I mean, it's a twofold deal. It is disgusting on that, but it does
to keep his name out there, unfortunately. I heard there's a lot of folks pulling back, so.
Yeah. Well, and I will say in regard to Terry Lynn, like I will give her credit all day because I have
a lot of them. Because Steph is not a good person to work with. Steph is bringing in all these people that are just not even, it's crazy. It is so freaking nuts. But I don't want to stream them because I don't want to get in trouble because I don't know if they're on striking. That's the third channel, and there's another channel in here doing the same thing.
Sorry about that.
Damn.
How y'all doing?
We're just going live at the wrong moment. We're missing a lot, man.
That was probably loud still too. My bad. I apologize.
I do like Clue, but then I don't know. Some of the things that she's kind of mean.
Been a crazy, like, last.
She's about to go over Dolly Alley.
You would say that, but like
Dolly's big man over these channels.
We were up till like 1 o'clock. Queen B was gracious enough, and her community over there, to allow Chris and Katie to come up on the panel.
Yep. Let's listen to what she says.
Was absolutely amazing. It was way more productive than you would expect to get from most other people.
Yep.
It really was.
It was really good.
But apparently, somewhere along the way, after that conversation was over, whatever, hell.
On her live, I know. Sierra said, hey. Tell her I said, hey. I didn't know she was going live. I would have scheduled mine for later.
If I have to sit here and suffer and listen to what this sorry sack of shit says, you guys are going to sit here and suffer along with me. Just saying.
Just saying.
I don't understand this whole...
Look at her. I do like her, but man, she's got... Ooh, she's fierce.
It's like out of the scene of Elf. You know what I mean? The movie with Will Ferrell, where he's an angry elf. That is totally what I see with Dolly. Like, bro, these people ain't gonna come on your show because you're a freaking asshat, dude. Like, you don't even.
That is true.
A conversation with Chris Proudfoot, let alone Katie. Like, you've done nothing. And backtracking. Oh my God.
He is backtracking.
I can't stand that type of person, y'all. On my everything I am, on my daughter. Okay. Do not be that type of person. If you do something, bitch, stand behind that shit. That's what's wrong with America today. You fools want to do stuff out here, say things, make claims or whatever, but then you don't put nothing behind
stand it. Yeah.
Like,
all right, let me go take a dip over here. What Sierra's talking about.
And then Truth Seeker.
Oh, look at her hair! Oh my God!
I'm already here, girl. Ooh, back up, B. I ain't playing.
Oh my God!
Cocoa butter, but not today.
Girl, your hair! I love it.
So,
oh, look at her cute ass self.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know
Where's
much
my girl?
about Sebastian Rogers, like what he where's T.I.?
Tell her to stream me and I'll stream her.
Who's T.I.? Should I know what that is?
Oh God, now we're gonna break up here.
Queen B. Yeah. I don't know who be giving me a membership, but thank you. I don't know if I'm supposed to like.
And that color of that shirt.
Getting gifted a membership, I just be thinking like, am I missing something? Should I go back and watch something that I couldn't watch before? Like I don't know. I just be liking being green. Like, I'm one of y'all now. Like, OMG. Oh, you like, yeah, that's my real hair, girl. That's not real.
I love her.
You can see the part and everything, Lord.
Lord, I love her. She's so funny.
That's what God gave me. Hallelujah.
That shirt, though, looks good on her.
OTI, the rapper that plays
she looks so cute.
ATL, yeah.
Sierra just has that
shit,
natural
color's
glow.
amazing on you. Yeah, I dyed it, girl. I had to hide these braids.
No, not your hair. Your shirt. Oh my God, Marianne, tell her shirt.
Yeah. Ooh, Dolly. Ooh, Jimmy, why you was mad? Oh, dang, he ain't had no M&Ms. He need a snack or something. You know you ain't yourself unless you have a Snickers. You have your Snickers? You need a Snickers, a blunt, and a Coca-Cola. Bam. See, I'm here to help. I'm just here to help. I'm just... It's on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. Listen to what they say.
That's too funny.
Oh, my shirt. Yeah. Girl, low key, I think I got this shirt from Dollar General or Dollar Tree, girl. This is I don't even know. One of them dollar stores. Might have been Family Dollar. I don't know.
That's why she's one of my low-key good friends.
I need to dye mine too. Pink, dark pink. I mix it up. The colors a little bit of purples. Oh, that's cool.
I want to do pink next.
Lighter. Because I've been growing it out. Like, I pull the curl out, it's real long. This side goes all the way down.
She cracks me up.
Like
I love her to death.
Long.
All right, so, God, everybody is live right now.
Yeah, pink would look good for the summer, I think, on anybody, really. Oh, I just watched the first, 20 minutes. I didn't watch it last night. I could have watched it on the TV while I was listening to Queen, but I was so into, because I ain't never heard Katie talk. I didn't watch the interviews, like the official first 2 interviews or 3 interviews.
Spoke about what mattered, which was Sebastian, and people still took it and ran with it. Dolly got really pissed off.
With my son, so
I really
wasn't focused on it like I am now. And so everyone, my Lord. Hey, everybody!
Yep.
I'm live too. We got good timing then.
Me
I've
too.
been on here for a minute.
Okay, well then I can come.
I was just. I think I.
Catch that one.
I
Sierra said, "Hey."
I mean, it's not boring. I just,
All right, let's go. I want to see.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, this is for members and subscribers.
I got you too. Yeah, you were sweet.
Hey, Dutchie.
Good.
I gotta stop and put a quick hi.
Hey, horsewoman. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing good. I appreciate it. And all of us have parents. All of us have real lives. And I know a lot of these people out here understand what I'm talking about. Like, in order to give back, I have to take breaks. I don't go live every day, y'all, because I have a real life.
I get that. Me too. Okay, so. Hold a minute. I'm going to backtrack for just a quick second. Come back to you'll see Era in a little while. I can watch a recap.
Because Katie was where we go on to talking about other stuff, and now she is composed herself. That makes sense. Anybody else have it? Like, she was not that the entire time. She shouldn't be. Wait, let me ask you something, girl. Was that on your channel? Was he crying like a little bitch? No, he wasn't. Did you get upset not once? Matter of fact, he was playing fucking games. You have that. But it's okay for you. It's okay for that
Okay. If anything drops big, I'll let you guys know. All right, so let's get into what I'm about to show you all. Okay, so first thing is, let's go. Oh God, my mouse is asleep and it doesn't want to work. It doesn't want to work. Okay, there it goes. Now, let's go to present, share screen. We're going to go to here. Okay, now, normally, you're supposed to have, oh, we're messing up here a little, freezing here. Okay, come on, bad boy. Come on. I'm not going to keep you guys here forever, but I just have a couple things I want to go over. First off, I want to talk about this because this just happened about 3 hours ago, and this is in California, and this is supposed to be a good time. It's supposed to be a graduation, and you got bullets flying, and it's like kids can't even go to school. Kids can't even, you know. It's sad because these kids need. Oops. Come on. I want to hear this, but I'm live. Okay, so maybe it's not going to work. Come on. Come on. Don't give me this bullshit. Hold up, guys. Technical difficulties here. Hold on. It wants to be a little asshole, so just give me 1 second. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. There it goes. All right. Now.
The ultimate plant-powered mascara, Cleantopia, 300% extreme lush volume. Now in dramatic ultramarine black. Cleantopia mascara, ultramarine black from CoverGirl.
I would try that. I should get that. No thanks, but I don't have the money for that. All right, so 2 shot
hospitalized after a shooting at a high school graduation in the Bay Area. It was all caught on camera. Oakland police say a man and a woman were shot during Skyline High School's graduation yesterday. Officials are investigating reports of a dispute before the shooting broke out, but have not released any more details about that. Students say people started running before staff escorted them off the school's field and into a locker room for a brief lockdown.
They were popping off the little confetti poppers, and I thought it was all cool. And then everyone started running, and we saw hella smoke. I don't know what happened, but it sounded like someone was driving by. We saw the smoke, heard the popping. It was just a series. It sounded like someone had an automatic gun at one point.
Police are calling this an isolated incident. No arrests have been made, and no suspect descriptions have been given.
Now, how crazy is that? They were just trying to graduate. Let's go back.
Before the shooting broke out, but have not released any. Oakland police say a man and a woman were shot during Skyline High School's graduation yesterday. Officials are investigating reports of a dispute before the shooting broke out, but have not released any more details about that. Students say people started running before staff escorted them off the school's field and into a locker room for a brief lockdown.
They were popping off the little confetti poppers, and I thought it was all cool. And then everyone started running, and we saw hella smoke. I don't know what happened, but it sounded like someone was driving by. We saw the smoke, heard the popping. It was just a series. It sounded like someone had an automatic gun at one point.
Police are calling this an isolated incident. No arrests have been made, and no suspect descriptions have been given.
Well, that's just great. How in the hell are they gonna freaking find him? Like, you tell me how they're gonna, like, it just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. All right, so hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta go back to my watch later. Okay, so the next thing we have to go over is, let's talk about, we're going to go over here to, we have some evidence of, I want to talk about this. This is very important to me.
Investigative producer Allison Weiner has been scouring.
Okay, so before we go any further, you guys know this lady. We've talked about her before. She's very, very good. I like her. She's very professional. And I'm a big fan of News Nation. Always have been, always will be. I like Ashley Banfield. I like a lot of what she does. I don't like some of the stuff she does. Every single person out here has some flaws, has some things we don't like about them, or don't agree with work handling certain things. But I really love this lady. I really like this lady. So what you're going to hear in this clip is the amount and the time, the effort that they had to do to these two moms with burying them. We find out they were put in a freezer. And Paul Grice went around making a lot of accident idiot mistakes. We're going to find out some evidence that Paul Grice, the idiot, while he was out, not arrested yet, he was out here making stupid decisions. How long can DNA last in the ground? Just being told inconsistent stories with how he cut his hand. So you're going to hear a lot of that in this clip. But let's roll the beautiful
through
footage.
The documents today. She joins us. What have you found?
It's crazy. I mean, this story and it does answer some of the questions that we've had since.
And this story does keep getting outright freaking crazy. This story, you'd think would be in one of those audio broadcast things. Like, this is something you would see in the movie or in just a movie, a skit, it's just, this is like, but this happened in real life. This isn't just, and they say something at the end of the clip. at the end or in the beginning or more of the middle. They said if it wasn't for CW, these women might not have never been found because of the things that they did to the dirt. They put the hay because animals start digging up stuff. They put them in a freezer. Like, okay, you ready?
Notably, how were they killed?
Yeah. More than that, it also tells us that the police were onto them pretty quickly and doing a lot of work with search warrants. This is basically what was released today, and the defense had moved to try to seal these search warrants, and the judge wasn't having it.
How were the police tipped off early? Why were they tipped off early?
I think that there were witnesses to different things. Different trucks were different places, but I think they were all so tipped off because this is a custody battle. It was a brutal custody battle, and it was getting nastier and nastier. So I think the first suspects, you go right to Grandma Tiffany.
All right, investigators.
The mastermind.
Right. And
The
in fact, there was a
mastermind.
court hearing that was scheduled for just a few days after the women were murdered, that was supposed to possibly shift custody back to Veronica Butler, one of the victims.
That's the day they were arraigned, too.
Yeah.
On these charges.
How ironic.
Yeah.
Okay. Investigators say there were items belonging to both women that were found in one of the suspects' vehicles. What exactly did they find?
They found the iPhones.
The iPhone.
And their iPhones, and
Both women's iPhones were found in whose vehicle?
in Twombly's vehicle.
Okay.
And one of the defendants' vehicles. The problem with this case is if you keep, there are 5 defendants, so it gets a bit confusing when you start talking about everybody. But basically, Tiffany Adams, who we were calling the mastermind, there were other people involved, and everybody was working together. So there are a lot of different vehicles involved, and different things are in different places. There were items that were not related to the victims found in that freezer. There were things, found at a lot of different locations. So you see the police really trying every single way to get the evidence that they need, and they got a lot.
Okay, the documents show a stock trailer was seized from Ms. Twombly's property.
Yes.
He claims it wasn't his.
It wasn't him that claims it was a family member.
So here some of the
But something was.
Here's some of the things that were found on Twombly's family member's property. Same as the one that spotted the near Veronica's Butler's abandoned car. FBI seized and swabbed. They got a lot of evidence, you guys, a lot. So this should be cut it once type of deal. These people are going down, and they should. I mean, what they did, how planned it was.
Property?
Yes.
He claims it wasn't his.
It wasn't him that claims it was a family member who claimed that it wasn't
that
his.
it didn't belong to him, but something was found inside there as well. Why?
Well, they actually saw things that looked like blood stains, and in the affidavit, you see that they are using these wet swabs. That's what they use to get blood off.
Right.
So you can kind of extrapolate from the fact that they're using a certain technique. This is the trailer that everybody thought was used to transport these women from the car area where they were first abducted
This is the trailer,
to the place
guys.
where they were buried, which is on Jamie Beasley's property.
Okay.
So the vehicle obviously will have a lot of potential DNA and blood because they were found with a lot of blood on their
There was a lot of blood found at the scene of their car. One of the suspects apparently talked quite a bit in the time between the crimes and the time he was arrested. What did he say?
Well, this was the suspect number 5, Paul Grice.
He was arrested much later than the first 4.
And he had time to go about town and chat with people. So it was just, you sort of just go, why?
Why?
But the first time he was talking to a friend of his, and he actually said, do you know a guy that if someone wanted to leave the country, that he would help them do that? He also apparently, or
go
allegedly,
to Mexico, right?
Go to
he
Mexico,
was specific about it.
Yes, he was specific about it. And he also said, wanted to know about how long DNA would last if it was in the dirt, underground, 15 feet down. and they were buried.
That's specific.
That's specific, and that's what the affidavit says. And now we have to always keep in mind that these affidavits are done by the police,
Right.
so we haven't heard the side of the defendants. I don't know.
He also had an injury.
He had an injury. We kind of knew about it because it was all over that he had a cut. But the FBI went to visit him. I call it kind of the OJ situation because they went to visit him and he said he had cut it like working on his truck. The friend testified to the police that he had cut it a different way. So he has different conflicting statements on how
conflicting statements on how he cut his fucking hand. First, he said it was done from the car. Then he was working on a fence. Just listen.
We got the injury. It's a bandage right pinky, but he was seen at an Easter celebration the day after they were murdered with a bandage on.
Yeah.
Which often happens when people are stabbing people.
Do we know why he was arrested so much later?
You can tell because they're busy looking into where he was and checking phones. And they also have this witness he spoke to. So they got a great deal of evidence in the period between when the other defendants were arrested and he was finally arrested. They were busy working it because you see them looking for stuff.
Yeah, and it's clear a lot of people turned witness for the state in this, for the police. People reported what they saw, what they heard. All right, Allison Weiner, thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your...
And then we have this one. So this was the other one I wanted to show you. Yeah, that was the one. Okay, so this is the other one. I thought the other one was with Ashley.
Having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees.
If so, Grace. So this is
News
her
Nation investigator producer Allison Weiner scouring through the documents today. She joins us. What have you found?
It's crazy. I mean, this story and it does answer some of the questions that we've had since the beginning.
Notably, how were they killed?
Yeah. More than that, it also tells us that the police were onto them pretty quickly and doing a lot of work with search warrants. This is basically what was released today, and the defense had moved to try to seal these.
Let me see if it might be this one.
Allison Weiner is a News Nation producer who's been poring over these documents all day, and she joins me now live with the details. Okay, so that fifth man, Allison, Paul Grice, turns out he made some overwhelmingly stupid mess-ups, and that is he had a bandage on his right finger and told some stories several times to several people that didn't match, and he asked friends some very incriminating questions. So walk me through all of that.
It's so interesting. You were waiting for him to get arrested and kept wondering why he hadn't gotten arrested when the police were busy figuring out how many mistakes he had made along the way that they can use against him at trial. One of the major mistakes that he made was that he used the kind of O.J. Simpson, how I cut myself defense, which changed initially when the police asked him about it. He said he cut it, working on his car, on his truck. And then later he told a friend or an acquaintance that he had cut it by working on a fence. He was cutting fence, and that's how he cut it. So that changed. He also, which was most incredible, went and talked to someone who ended up being a witness to the police.
Thank God. Thank God for these witnesses that came forward, because we might not have never, ever would have found these two women. I mean, it could be, it really could be. We might not have never found these women if it was not for these witnesses coming forward, standing up. One of it was the daughters, and she's going to have to, she was there. She heard her grandpa. She heard her grandma talking about this stuff. She heard her mom. Her mom told her they had to go handle some business. She has to go through a lot, and only being a minor at, I think, maybe 16. We're not sure exactly how old the daughter is, but because we know they're not releasing any of her name. So there we go. Let me play.
and told the police that he had asked questions about how long DNA can last deep in the ground in dirt. He also wanted to know if there was some sort of a guide who could get a family out of the country to go to Mexico. How do you get a guy and his family out of the country? It's interesting, too, that he, was just busy chatting about different things. Can you get DNA off of different things? I mean, and when I was reading this, the affidavit that went with the search warrant, it was just quite incredible. Like during that time, I think he, based on what we're seeing in the affidavit, thought about running, but wasn't sure how to do it. So he had to check with a whole bunch of different witnesses. When talking to the police.
Oh dear. Talk about a time you shouldn't call a friend. All right, let's talk about that iPhone. I want to go rapid fire. I got 6 more things I want to ask you. The iPhone repair guy turns the phone over to the cops. Wow, do we know?
I think everybody kind of, as soon as these women disappeared, there was stuff in the news about the custody battle. I mean, that happened pretty quickly, that there was bad blood. And that Tiffany also had a reputation. It's a very small community, as Brian has told you many times. And so I think he probably knew about that. But he also, the thing you didn't mention is he gave it back to her. So the police were able to track, and it says this in the affidavit, that generally people return to the scene of a crime. They were able to see what she was up to, who she was writing to after the crime. And she thought, oh, they don't know that I have this phone. I mean, and she could move around with it and they could still ping it and everything like that. So he was very helpful to the authorities and likely will be a big witness.
Phones show, if she has a phone on her, if she is a killer, the phones show where you were at all points of the day. So if you took the phone along for the ride with burner phones, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but after the police took that data, they gave it back to the phone repair guy who gave it back to Grandma Tiffany. So she was still moving around.
Brilliant. Okay, so I wanted to ask you, I'm going to ask you about the victims' iPhones too. What did they, because we've been wondering where their phones were. What do we know?
It was in Cole Twombly's truck. I mean, not a very good fact for the Twombly fan,
Yeah, Ashley Banfield,
are you
shocked? Like
it's just such a tragedy, this whole thing. I mean, it's these people that, it's just a tragedy. It was in their truck.
They didn't even think to bury the iPhones with the victims. They kept the iPhones in the truck. Okay, let's talk about the burial. 10 feet down always amazed me. Now we've come to find out that the women were buried in a freezer chest. 10 feet under. I have all sorts of theories, but what do we know about it?
Well, we don't really know, but I also have a theory because I know how carefully they tried to cover the area.
They did.
We were able to show on your show that area, how they put hay over it, how they put bricks, concrete inside to make the ground level. But I think this is an area with a lot of animals. And if there's any kind of smell coming from the ground, you're going to have animals gathering around there and digging things up.
We all know
that was a perfect way to kind of.
No matter what you bury, just like when we all go to die and go to the afterlife, if we get cremated, you're gonna have bugs. You're gonna have rodents, but wherever you live, whatever rural area you live in, you're gonna have that. Ooh, I can't even think about it. That's why I kind of want to get cremated now. I don't want nothing crawling in and out of me. Fuck that. But still, like, they were so precise. And just like I said, this was planned out for a while.
Sealed the women in, and the worst part about it to me, when I thought about it, was just that these women were never going to be found. Mm-mm. I mean, if it hadn't, I guess, been for the confidential witness and all this other evidence we're now learning about, I mean, their families never would have known what happened to them.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find.
And that's crazy. That is bizarre. That. They put them in a freezer chest. Here's the iPhone.
I think everybody kind of knew as soon as these women disappeared, there was stuff in the news about the custody battle. I mean, that happened pretty quickly, that there was bad blood. and that Tiffany also had a reputation. It's a very small community, as Brian has told you many times. And so I think he probably knew about that. But he also, the thing you didn't mention is he gave it back to her. So the police were able to track, and it says this in the affidavit, that generally people return to the scene of a crime. They were able to see what she was up to, who she was writing to after the crime. And she thought, oh, they don't know that I have this phone. I mean, and she could
they were so stupid, you guys. They hi, 3 Dot Dave. Hi, y'all. Measure it twice, cut it once. Yes. Check it. Yes. Measure it twice, cut it once. Check it twice, cut it once. Same matter. Truth Seeker, you are broadcasting from a PC. Go on YouTube and watch about getting rid of the cookies and free up your RAM. You can play videos more fluidly when your computer is. You know what? This is a brand new computer. It's just right now I don't have internet, so I'm using my hotspot. The internet people didn't take their money out when they were supposed to, and so I'm actually running off my mobile hotspot from my laptop. So that's why it's kind of sucky right now. We just got to deal with it. We just got to hang with it, go with the flow. I had a backup plan, but my niece still hasn't came through yet, so, which I'm used to broken promises all the time. I'm used to that. So I'm just going to have to wait and do what I got to do. So we're here on hotspot right now. But this case just irks me because they didn't bury the phones with the victims, which could have, gave them a little bit of dignity, let them be buried with their phones. They might have the pictures or, I just don't get it. Then put them in a freezer, and just the way they put the rocks in there, they did it. So it just blows my mind. Does anybody know if PCT made it on the island? Last night, because people were voting for Paper Cut Tina to be put on Turtle Island. I was going to call in, but I'm blocked through typing, chatting. So I just said I'm over with it. PJ had blocked me in hers. All I did was check on her one time to see if she was okay, because I am kind of a human and I do kind of have a heart when it comes to somebody being, I don't know, I felt some type of way. And I said something to a chat. Next thing I know, I'm blocked. So I'm blocked. Can't get into can't say nothing. So I was like, am I even going to try to participate in the, Turtle Island? But I did hear Paper Cut Tina had 2 callers to get her in on the show. So I hope she makes it on the show, because that would be really fun. Her and PJ on an island with some other foul people. Tina's too good for them, though. Right? Paper Cut Tina is too good to be over there. So today was kind of not too many people here today. It's okay. A lot of people are live right now. So I know a lot of people's live. But I had to show you guys the Kansas mom. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the 4-year-old little boy that we had talked about. The grandmother tried to get custody of the little boy. Let me show you guys just a bits and pieces of this. Let's go check this out. We do have video footage of the mother lying her ass off to police, giving the police a Cassie. What's that grimy bitch's name? Cassie? I want you guys just to listen to a little bit of this, okay? This is the camera footage, body footage of. We did this case. The grandmother tried to get custody, but it was too late. The little boy's name was Ariel. Right here. You're going to see, right? Where'd she go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? So, this is the little boy right here. His name was Ariel. Shows the arrest that she had unalived her 4-year-old son. Nearly reached, yes, Ariel Garcia. I remember doing this. 4-year-old from Everett, who prosecutors alleged was unalived by his mother, Jeanette Garcia. Jeanette Garcia is waiting trial. She did horrible, then left his body on the side of the road, according to the court filings. She poked him numerous times, you guys. But just listen to what she tells these cops.
Yeah, sure. Nothing on you? No. Okay.
You're going to be flabbergasted.
You guys give us some privacy. Hey, sorry.
This one in your bar. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope
So
somebody
you can make
the heck out of her.
Thank you. Did you know why we're here?
Are you okay if I open the zipper? Why are you
What's going on today?
Can I open the zipper?
Yeah.
Just checking it. Thank you. I just want to make sure before.
What's going on today with you? And like, sounds like the cops have been talking to you already.
Yeah. So my so I
Got some blood drops on your shoes.
yeah.
Okay.
So my son fell this morning earlier.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I was able to take him to the doctors and everything was okay. I took him with another lady so she can watch him for me because I wasn't staying at home. I had problems going on with my parents and they didn't let me in the house. So I was staying with another lady. She was super sweet. That's where my son fell. And then but we left. So I was like, okay, you know. So I went to another lady's house and I told her if she could watch him for me. I wanted to come get, you know, I wanted to fully recover. I'm an alcoholic. So I was like, if you can watch him for me for 12 months, that'd be amazing because I'm not talking to my mom. And she's the one that has like, just like a notarized paper saying that she has legal custody of them, but I have legal custody of them. She's not letting me see my older son. So
That would be really hard.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that one. So I'm here now and everything's okay. So I don't know what else.
Well, we want to make sure that he's safe and know where he is. Who's the friend that you left it?
I left him with another lady. I don't have her information.
Oh, well, that's not gonna cut it. We got to figure out where he's at. Where can you like tell me the location where somebody could go and check on him and make sure he's okay?
Like SeaTac.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know if these officers know that they have to know. So why lead this all on? And how in the hell does this lady come up with this elaborate fucking story? Which gets me thinking these officers had to know why they're there prior. So they know what she did to her son. I don't understand that part. But let's keep going to this stupid broad.
How do you know the person how did you pick the person?
She's a longtime friend that I know.
And this reminds me of what is it, Casey Anthony? Yes. She unalived her baby girl and got off on it and slept with her attorney. But we all know the dad helped. We all know. And I'm so sick of people talking about Harley and not knowing the real shit about Harley. Harley was a very smart boy whose dream was to be a YouTuber. Okay? People forget this little boy had a dream of being a YouTuber. And they say the just outlandish things that my community, my whole town knows. We all believe it. We feel it. We know. We got the injustice. Ashley is best friends with my best friend, and she stayed in the home with Ashley, Harley, and her son, because Ashley had a kid too who is adopted by her mom and dad have custody of Ashley's little boy. And she admits that there was abuse. Harley has it documented and on his YouTube. I'm gonna try to dig and try to find those, but Harley admitted. There's a audio of the dad getting mad. They were on drugs. The mom and the dad used pain pills and all this shit. Had an addiction. The father of Harley worked at the BFI dump, and a lot of their buddies and the hours and times did not match of when he left and clocked in and clocked out. They tore the chimney down because they didn't want to look at it. There was broken windows on the low level of the house that Harley could have finished breaking in and go through that way. And mind you, this is the dead of winter. There's a lot of snow right now. We had just had a snowstorm. There's no way he climbed up that pole, okay? Shoved his coat in there, shoved his glasses. No. He was too smart for that. Not to mention, everybody around the sober living house is right there. Nobody captured it. Like, it just does not make sense. And I can't even really not supposed to talk about it because I know we tried to get Nancy Grace in it because she does also believe what we believe. My whole community believes that. Sorry, I had to get off on that because I've heard 3 channels now mention that little boy's name, and they're not going through the whole case. They don't know what was ins and outs. And I'm gonna go back home and I'm gonna make a video of my best friend. I'm gonna kind of do like an interview with her, and she's gonna tell you guys what she saw, especially growing up with Ashley, her best friend. Destiny always says the dad was always nice. It was the mom. So, but anywho, this mother just irks me. So anybody who is going to mention Harley, can you make sure that you dig a little bit and you ask people that, like who lived there, who like, I'm going to do that interview because I got to get it out there because, now they're take the chimney down. They're redoing things to that house. There's no way Harley was too smart. He knew he wouldn't be able to fit down there. Especially, his number one dream was to be a YouTuber. I think some of his videos are still out there. But a lot of people just, no. Okay, but anyways, this stupid mom, and what happened was with this case is the court system completely failed the grandmother who tried to get custody.
What's her name?
That's all I know.
Okay, and you've known her. Okay, but you've known her for a long time. So how did you reach out to her?
So I reached out to her because I needed help.
How did you reach out to her?
I found her number on my old Facebook, but I no longer have a Facebook anymore.
Okay.
No. I delete it all the time. So
yeah, you found it today on your old Facebook, and her name is. Okay, and she lives in the SeaTac area. So you drove in from the first house you were at to her house, or the doctor first.
Mm-hmm.
What doctor did you take him to?
Swedish, and that's it.
Swedish where?
Or I think it's Providence, actually. Providence in Everett.
Everett, Providence.
Okay. You understand we just need to make sure that he's okay, and then we can just do that, and then we can leave you be, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So how do we find?
I don't know.
Can you describe to me how you got there from Providence?
So I just drove from there to Seattle, and then that's it.
You drove from Providence to Seattle.
To
house?
Yes.
Okay. Did you drive on the freeway or? Okay.
She left her car there
how
with
long
the
did it take?
lady.
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. And what car were you driving?
My car. So just like 1 hour or so.
And what kind of car do you have?
I have a Nissan.
Okay. Where's that car now?
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
Wait, that's too
I left it at her house, and then I came over here on the bus.
Okay.
Okay. What? Do you remember what exit you took?
I don't know.
Um. Okay.
So just to clarify, you go
She
from
fucking
Everett,
yawns
Everett,
like it's
you
a
leave your house,
pest.
Drive to your friend in SeaTac. You leave the car there. You leave him there, and you take a bus from SeaTac down here. Okay. And that all happened today.
Yeah.
So.
No, actually, it was only like $30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's your first name again?
Jeanette.
Jeanette. Okay, Jeanette. You're not
Lying.
You have a longtime friend that you reach out to leave your someone who you obviously care about very much.
I love him with all my
Yes,
heart.
and you're expressing how upset you are about what's going on between you and your mom and the custody of him and your older son. That's horrible. So I know that you're not going to go leave your son with somebody and you don't know where he is.
Yeah. No.
So you do know where he is.
No, I know where he is. I know where he's at.
Tell me where he's at.
I don't have the address for him.
Okay, how can we find the address for him?
I don't know.
Did you put it in your phone
No.
to get there? Okay. You know where your son is because your mom who loves her son very much and you didn't. I'm sorry, Jeanette.
Yeah.
You took him somewhere and you're going to go back to him and you know where he is. So tell me where he's at so we can make sure that he's okay or what's going on.
So he's not. I mean, he's there. He's
Okay,
with her. But
tell me
he's
how
not
to go check on him.
I can give you an address.
Okay, what's the address?
I don't know. You have to write it down.
Okay, I can do that. Thank you.
I think she's Googling it.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have a phone number for her, but
We tell where to get hurt.
just he on his head. But he fell on the ground and he hurt himself.
That's the worst.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find. I don't even.
How old is your son?
He is 5. So I don't know if this is the right one. And Seattle, Washington. So.
Yep.
I mean, Seattle, Washington.
Where did you get that address from? Just now.
From the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where you remember leaving him.
So yeah. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you spell that?
Last
She
name.
irks me so bad. I couldn't even listen to
So
this
and
whole
if you guys
thing.
can't find him or whatever, this is where I'm going to be for the next 12 months. But I mean, he's there.
How did you guys discuss that you're obviously gonna communicate with him still? You want to check on him.
Right.
Now, how are you guys gonna communicate?
Well, I'm not going to have I'm not going to use my phone.
Okay.
I'm going to be here for the next 12 months.
Okay.
So if anything, I don't know what else.
Okay.
That's it.
You didn't discuss that before you.
I guess I discussed with her. I'm going to be here for 12 months, and then but before that, like I don't speak to my parents or anything like that because we got into an altercation. So, but this is where I'm going to be.
Okay. You can,
No, you're not,
you can
lady.
give him that address. And then tell me about your alcoholism. How long have you been dealing with that?
I've been drinking alcohol.
Or if you don't mind, fun. You don't
Yeah,
have
it's
to tell me.
okay.
Not
I've been
my
here.
business.
This is like my I've been here like this is my 3rd year here.
Okay.
So I did 11 months in recovery because I was never like an alcoholic. I was more like of a drug user. So the only drug I ever used was meth,
Yeah.
and I used it for
Fucking
roughly like
meth.
4 to 5 years.
Okay.
I came to finally get clean on and off,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I tried it one time, and then years passed, and then I do it again, and then
Right.
years passed.
Sure.
So I'm here now. I did a full year of recovery, 11 months, and then I did my 2nd year, like coming back and like doing the group and stuff like that. So 2 years. This is my 3rd year clean. I started drinking a lot because I was like, okay, I'm not a drinker. I'm like I was a drug user.
So
right?
alcohol.
So alcohol's fine. I'm like, it's a socialized thing
Sure.
that everybody does. I'm
Yeah.
going to go out. I'm going to have dinner. I'm going to do this. Well, I drink to the point where I can drink a whole bottle of just like liquor. So I'm like, that's now an alcohol. So I started helping. Now I'm back here. I get clean again. I just did.
Well, I'm glad you're in a space where you feel safe. You feel like that. Work for you. I hope it does.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm ready.
Good. Well, I just want to figure out where your son is. Obviously, there were some concerns, and once we can do that, his injury was pretty bad. Yeah, was there quite a bit of blood and stuff? What did he do?
He jumped from the bed that we were sleeping onto the ground, and then he just got blood on his head, and so I had him taken to the doctor. So he's doing good.
Okay. What did he hit it on?
Just on the ground.
Okay. How did it start bleeding?
It's just started bleeding.
Can you show me like what side of his head? Do you remember what side of his head it was?
I don't remember exactly what side of the head it was, but it's starting to.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't. What time did it occur? Today?
Just like early, like at 10, 11.
10 or 11. Do you know what time it is now?
It's already 6:30, or about to be 7.
So how long were you guys at the hospital?
We were only there for a little bit. I don't even think he got checked. We got there, and I didn't wait enough for him to get checked out. So
he didn't actually go back and check. Gotcha. Did you actually go inside and check him in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then did you tell him you were leaving, or you did? Okay. You just said he's not going to be seen and left.
Yeah.
Okay. How was he acting?
He's okay.
Yeah.
What happened when we fell?
Nothing. He just cried.
Just right?
Just like just like
Okay. Do you want to sit down? I can leave the door open. You can sit right there so you're out of the way.
Because he was bleeding from his head. So that's why.
Yeah. That's what you're reading.
I can stay dry.
Yeah. So
Well, that's scary. He's 4. Okay. Did he vomit or anything? No.
he didn't vomit or anything.
This
Hold on
woman.
just a minute. Well, hopefully we can quickly locate him and move on. You said it took you 2 hours to get from Providence to your friend's house. And you left for there about 10 this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how long you were at the hospital for?
I was only there for a little bit of time again. I didn't want to wait, so I was like, let's go.
Can you describe to me what that Providence looks like? Do you know what road it's on, or what is? Did you park in the emergency room parking lot, or?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Or was there a parking garage or anything?
I don't remember at the top of my head.
Okay. Do you remember when you walked in? Like, can you describe to me when you walked in what it looked like?
Just the hospital. Just the hospital.
Okay. But can you describe, like, when you walk in the door, where was the check-in?
In the front, I walked in. As soon as I walked in, the front desk was checked in right there, and I said my son had to be seen for something, and then I just his name and everything.
Okay. And then going like this, so you wrote it down, or was it like a check-in thing? Or?
There was a check. All right, but I think they checked me in. No, yeah.
So you didn't write anything on it. Have you been there before?
No.
No, that was your first time.
That was my first time.
When you checked in the desk, was it just an open desk, or was it behind did they have like a glass wall, or?
Just an open desk.
Okay. Was there a lot of people in there? Yeah. That's why you didn't want to wait, because it was too long. Do you think he needed stitches or anything?
No, he's fine.
Okay. You didn't remember where his injury was? Is it front, side, back? Do you remember?
It's the side. It was the side.
Definitely one of the sides that you recall?
Front, yeah.
Okay. Front. You're kind of pointing above the eyebrow. Okay. All right. And then you contacted your friend through Facebook?
Yeah. Okay. Or I got her information through Facebook.
Oh. Okay. And then what information did you get?
Just her number, and I went to her house and dropped off my kid there, and then now I'm here.
You got like her phone number? Okay. And did you call her from your phone?
From my phone.
Okay, the one that your first day you called her from? Okay.
I think I erased it though, but I have her number. I don't know if you guys want to call her, but I don't think she's gonna answer anymore.
This is help.
Yes.
That's
her number.
Her number.
Again, I don't think she's gonna answer.
How come? What makes you think that?
Because I don't know if she's still gonna be there.
Did you send her any text messages?
No.
Okay.
I would have just took her phone, confiscated it, called the lady, and been like, look.
Yeah.
Or just tell this bitch what she did and take her to jail. Drag all this out.
Do you remember what your son was wearing today when you took him to the hospital?
Pajamas.
Just hear this horrible shit.
Just regular blue pajamas.
Oh, blue.
It's mind-boggling. Mind-fucking-boggling.
She gave me the phone number.
Yeah.
The fuck, lady? You guys. Let's close the door and say, yep, you're going to jail. God, when she goes to prison, somebody's going to rock her world. Somebody that's in prison that can't go see their babies, gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, my sister. I was just talking to her about her flying out here.
Oh, nice. Where does she live?
California.
Oh, okay.
So far?
In Pasadena.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to move over there.
It's nice to lay down there right now.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. I'm gonna just take her phone. She's got some specs on her shirt, some shoes. She's not even.
There you go. God, that makes me so fucking mad. Oh shit, I clicked the wrong one. Hold on. My bad. I picked the wrong one. Hold on. So, I-5 arrested.
Pick up a Cedar Point summer pass. With unlimited visits through Labor Day, you'll enjoy sensational rides,
I rode the Raptor,
and drive the sky on Top Thrill 2.
I can't ride that one, but it's a fun ride. My sister loves that one. I just can't believe they let her go through all of this. They had to have known what she's done to that little boy. She had to have known.
We're following developing news tonight on the death of a 4-year-old boy. The boy's mother is now facing charges accused of murdering her son.
Oh, this all started 2 days ago in Everett when police began searching for the child after a family member became concerned about the boy's safety. The focus would eventually shift to our area in Clark County, where an abandoned vehicle and that woman were found. Fox 12's Jeffrey Lindblom joins us live from Ridgefield, where authorities found the car. Jeffrey?
Nora Riel, it's a heinous crime. A 27-year-old mother charged with murdering her 4-year-old boy. Police said that they found inconsistencies with the woman's story when she explained that her car was parked in Seattle, but instead it was found parked right here, this tap house in Ridgefield.
We get a lot of cars left here, so we probably wouldn't have noticed it for a couple days.
Police say this is surveillance video of 27-year-old Janet Garcia showing up at this Ridgefield tap house, parking her car Wednesday. At the same time, police outside Seattle were already looking for her 4-year-old son, Ariel Garcia.
We just couldn't figure out why she left it here.
Court documents show Janet told Clark County deputies she and her son were staying with a friend in Everett. However, police in Everett say that friend told them she came home to find blood on her floor, and the two nowhere to be found. During the interview, investigators tell us Janet
that part I
blood
didn't know.
Came from her son's head after he fell out of bed, and she left to take him to the hospital, which she claimed was taking too long. So she dropped him off at an unknown friend's house in Seattle. That's where authorities say she claimed she had left her car, but according to this bartender, that's not where it was found. It was here in Ridgefield.
She just parked and then
why did she just
walked
get out
up north on 10th, just left it there. We're assuming she must have known someone or someone picked her up in the area because we are really off the beaten path just to
look at her walking so casual,
randomly choose our parking lot.
Deputies would get a call from this rehabilitation center a half-mile down the road. A place staff members say she knew well, as she had come seeking treatment for alcohol-related issues in the past.
She was just calm, quiet, just needed nothing out of the normal.
Daniel, who works here, says while she was calm, she did have mood swings. And when she showed up this time around, they were on high alert because Janet's mother had called them, concerned about her grandson, Ariel.
And so that's when I initially called 911 and told her that she was here.
Daniel says she seemed as calm as ever as he waited for police.
Your son's missing, there's blood, and you're just out here, like nothing happened. It was not normal.
Police would arrive and question the 27-year-old, later arresting her, saying she provided false statements to officers. Just before 6 o'clock Thursday night, police found Ariel Garcia's body along I-5 in Pierce County, not far from Tacoma. Everett police have charged Janet with murder and assault of a child Daniel says he had the pleasure to know.
If it doesn't hit you in the heart, there's something wrong with you.
It hits me in the fucking heart.
We're told she'll be booked into the Snohomish County Jail sometime tonight. No word yet on any court dates. Everett police are still looking for tips in this investigation.
That was 1 month
and are asking you to
ago.
come
So
forward
the
if you
newest one that we
have any
watched.
information. Reporting live in Ridgefield, I'm Jeffrey Lindblom.
All right, y'all. What do you guys think about that? Hey, hi, y'all. Hello, everybody. Thank you for stopping in. Hi, Pink Bow. Sorry, I'm not reading chat. Sorry. I'm back. I'm sorry. I was too busy into the sorry. Hit the like. Okay, let's see. How's it going? What are you up to, Pink Bow? We were just going over some cases. Hi, Truth Seeker. Well, hi, Ray. Thank you for being here. We just went over Jeanette. Now, Jeanette reminds me a lot of Casey Anthony. Her court date will be up. It's muggy here. It's very hot and muggy here. I'm sorry for not reading chat. I didn't have my phone. My phone's charging, and I have it off. I wanted to really watch Illuminati. I'm going to go watch her after this and finish dinner. It's just sad that she came up with this labyrinth freaking story. How do these people come up with these stories? It's unreal. 4 years old. Had his whole life ahead of him. I'm in that area. Yeah, it's much cooler. I'm sweating. Yeah, I gotta have my fans and AC on. For sure. What do you guys think about that? I know that was rough, but man, I mean, to walk that highway, leave your car at a bar, walk a long distance, go to a sober house or a recovery house, what a recovery center. You got a 4-year-old missing son, and you act like everything's okay and gravy. Like, how is that possible? These, I swear, if the crime just does not stop, we're all going to be shit up a creek, you guys. I mean, it's crazy. So I'm so sorry that I didn't get to read chat. I apologize. This was pretty rough, but I wanted to cover it. Now, in the Kansas, the 2 moms that were unalived, we just found out they were put into a freezer, which is horrible. And Paul Grace, I'm glad they didn't arrest him right away because he was able to make a trail of mistakes. I mean, he made numerous mistakes by lying about how he cut his hand, asking about DNA, asking how to get a family away to Mexico. Like, Paul Grace did not think about going around. And I'm so glad that we do have these witnesses that came forward, did the right thing, help us find these 2 women, put them to let them rest in heaven. Let's pray that the kids are not going to be so scarred from this that they're not going to be able to bounce back. Which I don't see how any kid could ever overcome that. I'm going to hit this. It's 4:20. I don't get it either, Ray. I don't get it either. I just don't understand what a child can do to make someone harm. Now, we do know the lady was on meth. She was on meth and she was an alcoholic. So, I do know meth is a very, very, ice is very, very dangerous drug. Just like the zombie one was with the bath salt. Those 2 drugs make you go crazy up here. Like, we seen her swatting at shit that didn't exist. We seen her act really fidgety and weird. The officer spotted blood on her shoes, so she had to have a lot of blood on her shoes. And the grandma tried so, and that Flacca too. I heard of that one too. You're right. There's a lot of them that will make you do. I just remember reading an article off of the New York when I was going through college, and I was doing an English comp class, and we had to go off of what sources we were using and stuff like that. And the New York Times was one of my big main sources back when I was going to college. And there was something we had to do for composition 2. And I wrote about drugs and zombies. The new drug back then was something about zombies. This is back in like 2012, 2011. But I had to write an article, and I remember the bath salt was just fresh out, and somebody in, I don't know where it was at, but a person was seen eating flesh off of somebody. And it's crazy, you cannot make this shit up, but sometimes these drugs can make you do the craziest fucking shit, you guys. So thank you all for being here. I'm glad you all came. I'm sorry I didn't read the chat. I apologize again. I felt horrible. So, I I just don't understand why kids are being harmed. It makes no sense to me, right? It doesn't make sense to you guys either. That this lady went to extreme amount of manipulation to try to manipulate these cops into thinking she really left her kid with somebody. Like, come on. That lady cop definitely knew how to keep her talking. I wish we would have got to see them say, hey, you're going to jail for killing your baby, unaliving your child. Like, they could have been like, you know what? Hopefully somebody in prison will just. And this happened not too long ago. But I had just remember writing that, and I had seen that they released it because somebody must have been asking for it, because if I'm not mistaken, I can't reach it. It just makes me so mad. I just scoot it out in the first place. Okay, so he was 4 years old. I know I wrote about him. I know I did. I know he is in this book. Right here. It's the 5-year-old. This happened in April, or was it March that this happened in? I cannot remember. Anybody remember? I know I just did this. Shit. This is why I like to write it down, because you can go back and look at what you've done and what you've covered. And let me tell you what, this is just a kid book. So I can't imagine. Give me a second, y'all. Give me just a second. That was Kinsley. Kinsley, let's see. I know I have it in here. I know. Because I remember just crying, because I was just like, how? I mean, you guys, like, this is how bad the world is. This is how bad. The only one time I didn't eat human flesh, desperate times, just say. I know, right? Like, when the only time you have to, when you're trying to survive, okay? Like, what is that word? What is it? Cannibalism? Oh my God. It's crazy. Like, the amount of, I mean, she could be in my adult book, but I don't think. That's Danielle. Let me look. I do not think she's in my adult book. She could be, though. I might have wrote about her instead of. The mother's name is Jeanette. No, she's not in my adult book, because she would be the last couple cases that I did, and she's not in here. So I'm pretty sure I wrote about Ariel in the kids book. I think he's in here. I just gotta find him because the mom was 27 years old. I do want to file that court case. I'm just gonna glance while I talk to you all really quick, just because it might be on this. Maybe I don't have it. Probably has Dimer. Oh my god, Dave, I watched that video about you the other day. Have you seen it? There's a video about 3 Dave. Shut up. 3 Dave, what have you been doing, dude, on these streets? You've been hanging out too much with MK? Jeffrey Dahmer, isn't he the Diary of the Wimpy Kid? Because me and my hubby were just talking about that. You know the Diary of the Wimpy Kid? Isn't he the one that killed his family? And he was a good actor. No, drop the deets. Yes, drop the deets, man. Somebody talking about 3 Dave. Somebody must have somebody's gonna clip me of having a book. I'm sorry, these are my notes. These are everything that I've started with in crime. I could tell you a lot of victims that I've went over and gave light to, gave story, a voice to. But maybe I didn't go over it. Maybe we just talked about him. I know I have. Texas moms, what was that? I don't know what that was. Oh, this is Texas mom disappeared after affair and flight with something else crazy happening. I'm trying to think if I have anything else I want to talk about. L. Kennedy Esky Mama made a video, Dave, about how MMT and Melissa treated you on panel. Mama T was flirting with me. Ah, 3 Dave's trying to get a girlfriend. Ooh, I've seen Dave around for at least 8 months. Hold on. 3 Dave used to be a troll, and then he came out to be somebody who's just likes to fuck with people, and he's pretty cool. I don't think he's welcomed at Team Roses anymore either, which I don't go over there, but Ray Jones, please leave Mama T and Melissa out of this. Oh boy. Geesh. No, I want to know about this video. So 3 Dave's been over on. I don't go over that way because the Tigers are not nice to me, and that's fine. But 3 Dave, you gotta start being nicer, dude. Quit being a damn troll, buddy. 3 Dave was harmless though. He is pretty cool. He just gets a lot of shit for sticking up for his friends. 3 Dave likes to stick up for his friends. That's one thing I do know about him is he likes to take up for his friends. If he sees his friends being treated like shit, he gonna say something. But I do believe if he wants to flirt or if he's got somebody flirting with him, go for it. But he is cool. Oh, we know. Don't get all upset, people. It's okay. It's all right. Ray Jones. Oh boy. Don't. Let's not. Let's not get out of crazy, guys. He was just saying, hey, Dave, there's a video about you. So, Dave, if you want to go check it out, and then give me the deets, okay? Because I want to know if people are talking bad about you. Was it bad or was it good? Because then we can just be the mediator here and squash it. If it was just a funny video or was it hateful and being mean? There's a difference, you know. If Dave's being talked about in a bad light or in a good light, put a 1 if it was good, 2 if it's bad, and that way Dave can go check it out for himself and he can handle it on his channel. Dave got a channel, he can handle it on his channel. Because we do try to keep my channel safe and peaceful. But this is a safe spot for everybody to come and talk about things, have a discussion about what we just watched. Like I said, we just watched a horrible mother keep a straight face and lie to these cops. I took my son. I'm coming here for 12 months to get my shit together, and then I'll go pick him up in 12 months. That's kind of like the same. Casey Anthony just said she was going to give her kid to somebody to watch that was being babysat, and we come to find out that that's not what really happened. Now, I believe what happened to that little girl, what Casey Anthony did to her little girl, I believe the father was at work or the father was out doing stuff. The mom, I don't think the grandma was home either. I think the old couple was out. Casey Anthony's mom and dad weren't there. And I think Casey Anthony got super plastered drunk the one night, and the little girl got into the pool and drowned. And then I think the dad helped him out. The dad helped out the daughter because of his things he was doing. Supposedly, in that story, Casey Anthony was molested by her father. Now, I don't know how true that is, if it came out in court, but Casey Anthony used that as. And then you got to think there wasn't much. The car should have said it all with the smell. Like, I don't think Florida did their shit right. The car trunk had a lot of the evidence. The smell of it was so bad that they should have been able. A pathologist should have been able to say that smells like something was in there rotting. That's the word for it. Unfortunately, we just have to stick to the words. You could come up with a code word for it, but it's not going to matter. People might not understand the code, especially when I have a lot of older people watching. So I looked at my analytics, and I do have a lot of some young, but most of them are a little bit up there, which is fine. I love my old folks because I get along with them better than I do with these young people. But it's just, it's crazy that the jury back then didn't see what the hindsight. Casey Anthony said she was abused, and that's all they saw back then was the father helping her cover it up. Chloroform. Some people say that baby Kaylee. I don't want to butcher the names. I hate butchering little children's names, especially if they're part of a tragic, horrible, horrific thing to happen to them. It's sickening. But I honestly do believe that the little girl was something happened to her by accident, and they freaked out and covered it up. Now, I don't think the grandmother really was on board with everything either. I do not think the grandmother really grasped that her daughter did this and that her husband was sexually abusing her. So I don't think the grandmother ever grasped that. And I just think that, what do you guys think about the Casey Anthony? I know it's an old case, but a lot of these cases that are so old, you see bits and pieces of them coming to new cases. Like, where did Jeanette come up with this? When she's a meth head, okay, for one, all right? So she's been using meth. We can all tell she's not fucking sober, right? Jeanette, okay? Who was 27 years old, thinks this on the top of her head why she's hallucinating and high, that she just dropped this baby off at this person's house. I mean, come on. Do we really believe she's... No, I believe she might have remembered that. She was from Everett. Is Everett in Florida? I don't know exactly where it was at. It was on 85 or something. I wrote down my notes, but I didn't. So, Casey Anthony, they moved that little girl numerous times. We just couldn't prove it. I don't know if the evidence back then just wasn't so firm enough. I don't know. Dave's always cool. Yes, he is. I was just trying to get her on panel, and she was saying I'm Nicolina and Jimbo's watcher. Lies and alibis. Lies and alibis. Yeah, that lady was lying and trying to have an alibi. She sure was. How she came up with that? Now, see, I'm kind of a supporter of Granny. I really like Granny's watching, so I don't watch the L. Kennedy lady because I know they got beef, and I shouldn't be able to not watch somebody because somebody else has problems with somebody. But that already happened to me once. They felt that I was co-signing some of the shit that was happening, and I really wasn't. I didn't know at the time. So I don't go there. I don't watch because I don't want to hurt somebody else from me trying to learn about everything. And that's basically how I feel like, nowadays on these Y2 streets, if you watch somebody and if they have beef with somebody or issues, whatever it may be, you're not supposed to watch. And it's like that shouldn't be the case. Like, I don't go to Team Rose anymore because I don't feel like I'm wanted because I'm best friends with Paper Cut Tina. Like, I mean, it works. Like, I don't have many people to watch because I feel like if I go to Team Roses and watch her happy dances, I'm going to be judged because I'm not supposed to because I'm really good close to Paper Cut Tina. Like, and then another instance, last night I felt weird being at Queens because I love my Jonesin. I love being in the Discord. That's one Discord that I will stay in if I'm allowed because they're really nice and sweet, and I'm not in it all the time. But I wanted to see, hear a little bit of Katie and Chris. I wanted to hear about Sebastian, and that's exactly what we heard last night. So, I mean, I'll probably get in, but that's the thing. Like some people you just can't go, or if you go to that person, you just can't chat or be out because you're bullied for it. You're bullied because you didn't stick up for that person. Well, it's not my fight. What? I don't know nothing about it. If you filled me in, maybe I could know about it, But if you don't tell somebody and they ask questions, because right now I think YouTube is being overpacked full of people. There's a lot of creators out here. There's so many people now. There's so many new people out here. Like I said earlier before my stream, I was in a fashion spot. I was in a watching fashion. Why they're talking about this person, and not even talking about they were talking about fashion, and then it changed to fighting with people. So there's fashion people that fight with fashion people. You got people that do the affirmative thingies. You got people they're fighting over. They have beef with people that are out here doing the amendment shit. You got people that talk about food, but they're having food channels bashing their food channels. What the is everybody talking about everybody for? It's like, you talk about food, talk about food. Why are you talking about food and bashing this food person's food? It makes no sense. So I log off because I'm just like, what is the point of being on YT if everywhere I go, somebody's beefing with somebody and there's nobody I know? It's just weird. It's very weird how YT works, but I'll never get to know of it. I'll never know. I love Peppercut Tina. I love my girl Sierra. That's my girl. I love my blessed mama. I love my Spitfire, which are missing. I don't know where they've been. I hope everything's okay with them. And Ash. My girl Ash hasn't been here in a while, so I hope she's okay. Mama T's not flirting with everyone. Please stop that. Mama T is my YouTube mother, and no one is going to spread false information about her or any of the tigers. Like, no. I don't bash the tigers. I don't want nothing to. I love you too, babe. Don't talk bad about the tigers. I don't agree with the main tiger, but hey, he does what he does. I don't care. I stay in my own lane. We normally don't talk about people, but I'm so mad because people are out here doing all this talking about people is what I'm trying to get at. My point is, instead of bashing everybody, if Mama T wants to flirt with 3 Dave, so be it. 3 Dave is single and he likes that kind of attention. He's a attention whore. Haven't you noticed? He goes to everybody's chats and he's like the troll, but he's the good one. He's not like Rapper. Rapper's the bad troll that goes around. One minute he loves bombs you with his kindness, and the next minute he's calling you all kinds of names. 3 Dave's never like that. And he's an older guy that jumps panel to panel, and he talks to people, and he can carry on a good conversation. He sure can. L. Kennedy something Esky Mama. I know I've seen her. I've seen her show before. Pink Bow must have misread Dave's comment. He didn't say flirting. Pink? Fing is another word for flirting. I know what it means. I'm not stupid. Well, I'm glad because I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know Fing meant flirting. Thank you for telling me that. Fing equals effing in my dictionary, LOL. We know your dictionary, buddy. You're so funny. Where are my girls at, though? Mama T was trying to put me in a fictional box. It's all good. I don't care at all. Aw. You're always welcome here, Dave. Don't feel like that, buddy. Dave, you aren't missing anything there. This Ray Jones must not be a fan of the Tigers either. Ray Jones, are you not a fan of the Tigers? Everyone is so sensitive on here. I'm not. I just I'm sensitive when it comes to my cases. When I cover my true crime stuff, I'm very sensitive over. Sometimes I'm sobbing and crying, and then sometimes I can keep it together. But I just seeing all this stuff with the Kansas City's moms too. I've been wanting, to talk about them. I've been talking about them, what they had to endure. She was just trying to go pick up her kids. So my channel, we also talk about a lot of domestic violence. We talk about kids. We talk about SA. We talk about PTSD, anxiety, true crime, and we do a little bit of earth, like dipping into like fires and wildfires and just like tragic, the pollution is really bad. Pollution is so bad that we're killing each other. So, I mean, if we're not fighting on the internet, the world's killing us in the end because pollution is so damn bad. Pink Bow, calm down. It's all BS. Oh, crap. All right. So, I'm gonna highlight because I don't want Pink Bow to feel like I'm not trying to highlight her. I just don't want to. I don't want the drama. I don't want to fight with the tigers. I don't care for the main pack leader. Okay. And it's going to be brutally honest, and I don't care for Nicolina. Nicolina don't like me, but I like some of her friends that I like to go to. I'm not going to name them because then I'll be attacked in there every time I go in there. But keep it, cool, guys. I don't know what's Ray. I know is new here. I've never seen Ray. Pink Boy, I haven't said one thing about Mammoth, so try. Oh my goodness. I don't want it to go that route, you guys. How did this even start? All because 3 Dave. 3 Dave. So is Mammoth T fucking with 3 Dave? And that's why Ray warned Dave. If it's true, if there's a video of it, somebody send it to me. Because I've always thought that lady was cool. I don't have a problem with Mammoth T. I just don't go there because I'm not a tiger. People will attack me if I go to learn about anything. Like, I can't just go there and learn about whatever she's talking about because people are mean. Just like in Blame Katie's, I can't go over there because people say nasty things. I used to not be able to go over to Traders. I used to have this one lady just say awful mean things. There was 2 ladies, so I just don't have beef with the tigers. I don't want none because they're just mean. Some of the girls are very mean. I'm cool with all that. I'm just a love, happy earth person. I just like to be somewhat in my bubble when I do these cases because we just watched a mom unalive her 4-year-old while she's on meth. And then you got YT that's filled with drama. My whole point was if we could just stop bashing each other, and if we all could come to the greater good, if they could just see if we could all come together and start busting these lunatics out here. But then YT wouldn't run without the drama. So a lot of people need that drama. I don't. Just because I've been through too much shit in my life. I don't need any more shit in my life. I got enough shit. So I just want everybody to be kind and respectful. If there is a bad video about Dave is cool. I don't know why Used to troll. Used to be from Dolly Vision. I can't believe all their shit they're pulling on the poor, Sebastian. That's why I'm really glad that the parents got up there and spoke last night, and how much they said about Sebastian loving watching those game shows. And people said that it took what she was talking about and misconstrued it and twisted it and made it seem like she was talking in past tense. I deep down do not believe she believes her son is gone off the earth. He's missing. And there's no foul play against the parents, but Katie and Chris finally come out and say a few things. Give us a little bit of knowledge about Sebastian, and people flip out about it. What sense does that fucking make? They shut up because the parents seen how bad Seth was making a mess of things. Seth is making a big mess of things. And Katie and Chris are seeing what Seth are doing. Why would they be, oh, let's go out here and talk too, husband? You know? Like, no. They're not going to want to come out and speak. If they see Seth seeing all this stuff, why would they come out and speak, you know? She doesn't deserve this, period. Just leave her alone. Everyone will be perfect. Like, fine. Good grief. Okay. We got you, pink bow, honey. Hi, Cornell lady. Promise no beefing on my channel, but that's just me. Me too. Normally, according to Lainey, we don't have this issue. Somehow, Dave brought it in, okay? It was live like 5 days ago. It was no biggie. No biggie drama. Okay. Lainey, I was about to tell her about you. I love According to Lainey. I love Lainey. Yes, I do. I'm coming to you guys. I'm getting there. Hi, Ray. How are you? Ray Jones. Okay. Anywho, Peachy, according to Lainey, I just almost 500 time. Indie time? Oh, you're like the big races. I never got into racing. No, I'm fully against stolen valor and scamming. Yeah, there's a lot of scamming out there. It's crazy how some of these. There's a lot of real life scamming too. My mom's been through a few scammers, and I think a lot of them like to target the elderly as well, which is just horrible that anybody could scam an elderly person. Like, I just don't understand it. I just cannot believe these cases we've been going over lately. But I am really glad that Katie and Chris came out and spoke about their little boy. And I just hate to see all these fuckers twisting shit. And, you know, oh boy. The pack leader, LOL. Leader of the pack. Vroom, vroom. I used to love that song. My mom used to just play that song when I was little. Leader of the pack. Send it to Truth Seeker so she can post it. I bet you won't. Okay, well, if you want to send me information, I'll take it. I guess. I don't know, Mr. Nobody. They came in and... According to Lainey's here, though. Looks like I got one of my girls. I don't know half these people. I know normally you don't have this. Normally nobody ever brings up nobody's beefing. My chat's usually pretty safe. Pink Bow is just defending her peoples, which I don't mind Pink Bow defending her people. I don't really know her people. I just know them as the Tigers. So I don't know. We were talking about a 4-year-old being unalived by his piece of shit mother who lied, and how those cops sat there and listened to her lie. That whole camera footage, she's just lying about where she left her little boy, which brought up the whole Casey Anthony trial, how she got off, slept with her lawyer. Her dad essayed her allegedly. So back then in Florida, I don't know what their evidence was. I don't understand how on the pathologist, whatever that thing is, whatever that role is, how did they not determine that car, something was in the back of that trunk making that smell? Like I just don't understand how the evidence that they did have wasn't enough to put her in jail, but only for so long. Because of your mental problems, Pink. She's told everyone that. Aww. I see Ray trying to do the right thing. I don't know, y'all. I just think it's crazy how much evidence was there back then, and it still wasn't enough. And then you have, it's just, all this stuff just doesn't make sense to me. You know? It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense to fight and to, you know. But does anybody know a Pippa Cut teen that made it on an island? I didn't finish watching. So what is everybody having for dinner tonight? Put it in the chart. Okay. Hit that like, bitches. Yes, please hit the like. I know we go over some rough stuff over here, so I'm glad you guys all came in. Everybody else was live, so I could see everybody watching everybody else. I just am so mad about that. When I seen that they finally released the video footage of her getting arrested, and this happened back in April. I think it was April. I should have took my notes, but maybe I'll go back and watch it later. I gotta go finish. I gotta go do the noodles for dinner. But I just couldn't believe that they said, I'll have to pull up the article that I read, because she poked the little boy numerous times. And his head was bleeding. She had blood on her shoes. I didn't know that she left her car. That was the first time of hearing of that lady ditching her car. That was the first time we heard of that. Not once in those other articles that I read about her ditching the car, but I'm going to have to go back and refresh, because there's been so much that we've talked about. Wow. Okay, y'all, come on. Don't do this. That's not the chat for that. Mama T has her own channel. You guys could have talked about that. I understand that one person was looking out for the other person, but now it just became a big old mess in my chat. And we were talking about real shit going on over here. This is the first. God. Okay. Let's have gotta love each other, and we gotta have love and peace. Just like I do agree with one thing that no, it wasn't Seth that said that. Sammy's father, Sammy, the little boy who was in 4th grade, who was 10, and he was bullied and he unalived himself. And the father, of course, the school district is probably going to be in lawsuits, I hope, because the father made numerous attempts to the school. My son is being bullied. If they take him out of school, it's still not going to change anything. Another kid's going to be bullied. So what does that solve? So the father went to the school numerous times. And the father said in an interview that hate is what caused this. Hate is not going to solve it either. I'm sure he knows which kids really egged it on more and that was beating him up. I'm sure he really wants justice for that. I would hope. He's one strong father to stick to, to say that. Hate is what did it. The justice system's going to have to fix it, and the schools are going to have to really, crack down on the bullying. Not to mention bullying in real life. So, Pink Bow, you are welcome. Ray, you are also welcome. I just don't want no fighting, okay, guys? But yeah, so it's like we got too much shit going on in this world. Everybody wants to fight, and it's just we got little kids missing. We still have no answers for Sebastian, who was 15, who was autistic, whose parents, Katie and Chris, have came out. And now Katie and Chris have been told to come out and say something, and they finally do, and then they're just picked and belittled. So they can't win. They can't win. I swear. They can't. But I guess I'm going to end because, this wasn't supposed to turn out this way. I don't know what happened here, but let's pray for Sammy's father. Rest in peace, little Sammy. He should have been able to keep going to school, have a great, bright future, and you got bullies. And then let's pray that Ariel gets his justice. Ariel is a 4-year-old little boy whose the grandmother went to the court systems. How she couldn't get to it in time. The courts failed the grandmother. We got our justice systems are wreck. We got JFS, Children's Services shit a mess. Like, I swear. That's monopoly. So, maybe you think Dave was wrong there too. I don't know. I don't know what y'all did. Y'all started fighting. I do like Constant Sue and Kim Maple. She's cool. Uh-oh. Pink Bow. I like Cushy. I don't know Kim, but Cushy's my girl. Cushy, I like her. She also got tortured by Ernie. Ernie went after her. Ernie made a video stating he was going to dox her. That's why I don't roll with the Tigers. Right there. Because Ernie said it in live. I have the thing. I used to. I might have it in my messages somewhere. I don't keep screen recordings and all that shit forever. But he went after Cushy, so and I think she had just started her YouTube channel. And he made a thread about doxing her. She's lying and choose secret. Ask Cushy. Okay, I will. I'll find Cushy. She'll find me. She'll peek in. Cushy shares some of my Cushy thanked me for coming out and finding her because she didn't know that he had said all that, and I sent her the stuff. I do believe. But yeah, and somebody else told her I was looking for her because she was being tortured and targeted, and that guy sits there and brags about what he does. He doxes people, goes after women, but he says he saves children. I don't get into it, but that's why I stay away. I'm friends with Peppercut Tina. Peppercut Tina realizes now I know who my friends are. I got a lot of people here that, I even got trolls that come in now and then. I try to be nice to everybody. My husband's mad because he thinks I was sticking up for 3-Dot Dave, which I was. Dave's cool, but he's just a troll. Rapper, he's another one. God. I haven't seen Rapper in a while. Thank God. I see him every now and then in chats. I just don't acknowledge him anymore. Because one minute he's cool and the next minute he's being an asshole. Like, I know he's going through stuff in life, but that doesn't give you the right to be an asshole. Just because you're going through something horrible in life. I'm going through some shit in my real life with my father being abused, but I don't treat others, tell them that, oh, this person don't like you and this person hates your channel. Like, he can be mean. Okay, so well, you used to be, okay? That's what your nickname was. I don't know how this all happened. What happened to Courtney and Elaney? You guys scared my girl away. I don't know too much about Kim, though. I've heard she was a nice girl. Like I said, I haven't really been watching too many people because everywhere I go, there's fighting everywhere. I do want to finish watching Illuminati. I want to hear what she has to finish saying. She might have ended already. I'm 2 hours behind in the chat. So, Memorial Day weekend is coming up, you guys. It's going to be a crazy weekend. So make sure if you guys are going to drink, make sure you guys have a DD. Please. All my biker friends out there, Are you biker people? Be careful. Don't drink and drive. I'm just trying to exit on these streets. YouTube streets, I get it. You're so funny. Just, have a great weekend. Make sure if you party hardy, have a DD, okay? No drunk driving, because too many accidents happen by drunk driving. We just talked about that last week with a lady coming out and stating that she was on certain medications. Well, you don't drive with those medications, and you don't drink with those medications. And you was seen leaving the bar, like she's trying to say she had a seizure. Truth's gonna come out in court. And Headstones and Headlines, guys, check her out. Headstones and Headlines. She's a great person. I love Emmy to death. She has a cat. She saves cats. She rescues animals. She's a great gal. Her and Sinner do great shows as well. Sinner and Emmy do great shows on Sweet and Sourpuss, I think it's called. They go over a little bit of drama, but they mostly go over certain stuff. They're fun to watch. And then Emmy also does game show night with words on the screen or something. Words on the screen, that's a fun game to play. But Headstones and Headlines has been helping me out by getting the story out too. We've been covering certain stories that correlate with each other. So I'm really glad for that. She's been like a big rock star. She's like my favorite YouTuber out here, other than Pippacut Tina and Sierra. I have a few. And Jonesin. I can't forget my girl Jonesin. Jonesin is awesome. Traders is cool. She's been exposing the tragedy pimps right now, which is really cool. She's a cool gal that I know of. I've met a lot of cool friends on here. Associates, I should say. I only have a couple good friends that are actually do true crime. So you guys are all friends when you join. When you subscribe over here, you all become friends. So. If, like I said, you can find me on Facebook. I usually don't do my Facebook on here. Or you can find me through YouTube. You can email me. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go do it this way. Let me save what I was watching here first. I'm going to do it this way for you. Okay, so here's the channels that I recommend. Put my disclaimer just so I don't get in trouble. Here's mine. Where in the fudge sickle? I know I saved it on here. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, so hi y'all, hold on. Too much at once. Okay, so the next episode, it was messages you said about me in the chat, silly, like started making some sense. Hold up, wait a minute. I just don't want you guys fighting. Like, Mr. Nobody is cool as hell in here. Everybody's cool. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, where's all my girls and everybody that my mods are all missing from me? My mods are missing. I just want nobody fighting. And then, oh man, I don't want to give you guys my Facebook. I'd give you my personal Facebook, but I can't because I got family on there and certain friends on there. But if you do want to send me something, there's my email. Reach out to me, both of you. It's up to you. You know, you both can send me stuff, and I can decide for myself. I just want you two to be friends here, okay? Ray, they probably don't. Who knows? I'm not gonna, So, okay. I hope you all have a great weekend. Be safe. It's Memorial Day weekend. I'm known for telling the truth, whether you like it or not. I believe you, Ray. We will have to see. Who knows what the next episode's going to be? I do have some case I am working on. It is, I want to talk about it. It's a 27-year-old girl who was in a domestic violence relationship. She had put a restraining order on this man, and he shot and killed her in an apartment complex building. And people have videotaped it and released it. And yeah, so it's crazy. It's out of Maryland. She was only 27 years old. And she's screaming through the parking lot. Okay? Screaming through the parking lot. I have a restraining order against you. People upstairs that are watching or seeing us unfold, they yell out to him, leave her alone. I'm calling the cops. They're lucky they didn't get shot at, too, because he does it right out, and it's a horrific thing, but I want to get some more stuff on it. I know, 3. I know, 3. You're just trying to survive out here. I know. And you're being bullied. But anywho, it's okay, Ray. It's all right. It's all right, hon. It's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't worry, Ray. You're welcome here anytime. Obviously, 3 Dot knows you. So, as long as you guys ain't hackers, you're going to hack me, my husband. Okay? My husband hates YouTube. He hates YouTube. He thinks a lot of the people, there might be a couple smart people out on here that don't do speculation and lies and rumors. That's like what I do. We don't speculate too much. We don't do the rumors. We don't do the misinformation. We go off of news articles and facts. Shout out to News Nation and their reporters. News Nation's got some fabulous reporters. I think I did okay with stopping and pausing a lot through the video. I hope so. Because like I said, I guess I'm more of discussion and true crimer. I didn't know that was an error. You got true crime era. You got your drama channels, your tragedy channels. You got your go getters. And then they classify, if you're going over a crime and you're doing like articles and stuff like that, that's like discussions, I guess. I don't know. Discussion crime channels? That's what we're going to be. Discussion crime channels. We go over it. Because, I mean, I guess we could stay as true crime discussions. That's what we do over here. I'm going to make an intro video to represent me and like what we do over here. I watched a video on my YouTube studio that you can do, and you can watch like they give you like how to do an intro, like they guide you too now. There's guiding videos on there. When I was in my YouTube studio, we were at 543 subscribers. I'm so excited. I'm so much happy that I have 543 friends that are, here listening to me go over horrible things. I hate going over horrible things. Maybe we'll take a break from doing a little bit of crime discussions and maybe do maybe I could find some earth stuff, some pollution, things like that. So I love you all. Hope you all have a great day. Remember to be safe. It's Memorial Day weekend. So if you're going to go out drinking and driving, be safe. Wear your seatbelt. What do you have to do to be monetized, Truth Seeker? I think I have to have some more watch hours. I have my 500, Jones. I have my 500. Now I just got to get, I think it's 3,000 watch hours. So if you find some videos of mine, give them a watch. Because that's what I need, I think, is the 3,000 watch hours now. Because I have my 500 subscribers now. So the other one is monetized, is 3,000, but I do have, if anybody does like to send me anything, hold on a second. I don't know if I deleted it. Hold on. I have it here. I don't usually put it out too much, but any blessings that you send are, I do want to get me a comfortable chair, and I'm thinking maybe a mic. I just now finally got a laptop, so I'm slowly growing. Of course you have to pay for StreamYards and all this stuff, and so I just got back on, with my income. So, but that's my Cash App. I only have Cash App right now. I don't know how to do the other stuff because I'm still learning these gadgets out here. Like there's Venmo, there's PayPal, there's Chime. I don't know. There's so many apps. Oh, and I do have, if you don't like to do Cash App, I did make the Buy Me Coffee. That's actually like an app. You can send me something there, but I actually posted a few things over there. It's like another platform So you can find me there as well on the Buy Me Coffee. That's a really better, secure way to send stuff. But I also do post over there as well. I do a few things. I'm working on building that up. I don't do TikTok. TikTok seems like that's just a bunch of lies and misinformation over there. So I don't go to TikTok too much. So put out there and they can't handle it. I see. Dave, that's why I think cold cases would be interesting. Cold cases are interesting, but they don't never have, there's a lot of cold cases. We could do some things like that. I bet you if I typed in, okay, so maybe after I get dinner done with the hubby, I can dig up some cold cases. Maybe we can bring light to that, and then maybe my friends, my other fellow YouTubers that I trust can go over them too, maybe. You got Jeanette Bonanzi. Jeanette, yeah, I think that's what her name was. I hate butchering little kids' names. I hate fucking them up, I like to be pretty factual over here. Yeah, let's just I don't like people who have lots of numerous counts that go and, bully people. But like I said, y'all, next time Ray and Pink Bow can, hopefully you two can be a little bit more peaceful. Next time we can stick to, I don't know how this got brought up, but I blame Dave for this. I've never had this in my life. And I haven't been a YouTuber that long, okay? I haven't been doing, I've been doing true crime for adults and kids since, I don't know, how do you look that up in your analytics? I'll have to ask Emmy Headstones. Maybe she knows how I can find out when my anniversary is for YouTube. So, he says no. Well, I don't know how this started. Anyways, I'm going to go finish my beef tips. I'm hungry. And we're going to go eat some good dinner. I'm sure the hubby's hungry. And my dog Scooby misses me. I've been up here doing a live for 2 hours and 32 minutes. All right, y'all. I'll catch you out on the... I don't want to say flip side because somebody else says that. I'll catch you on the other side of these streets. See ya. Bye, y'all.